My name is Derek Davis. My close and personal friends call me Sensei. A lot of people think Sensei just means teacher, but it means much more than that. Sensei really means the one who's gone before. And that's what I consider myself as being my age and being involved in the martial arts that long as a person who's gone before. I'm from this small community called West Atco, born and raised, still live here. My mother threw me in a karate school when I was 11 years old. And when I say threw me, she literally threw me there. She wanted to find something positive for me. She heard about karate. I think that was a time with the Bruce Lee movies and things of that nature, so it was becoming very popular. Well, life lessons, we go by 3 pillars of martial arts, which is discipline, respect, and focus. Although when you're doing it at a young age, you really don't know those things are happening, but the things that happen in your life and the way it evolves, as you get older, you look back and you see where martial arts did instill discipline. It did help you focus. And one of the most important parts is respect, not only for yourself, but for others. I started teaching karate in 1990. I trained under a gentleman called Rick Becerra, named Rick Becerra, for 29 years until he passed away in 2012. I discovered at a young age that the values that martial arts and karate instills are just invaluable. And I thought that teaching them correctly, because not all karate is created equal and not all karate teachers are created equal. But I thought that someone who came with a balanced approach, minus ego, that it can really have a major impact on young people. I came out with a program called Achieving Academic Excellence Through Martial Arts. And that's using the principles of the martial arts, discipline, respect, and focus to make sure kids do well in school. Nothing's impossible. That with hard work, with dedication, with the not give up attitude, that you can do anything you put your mind to. It's a long journey. It's a long journey. A lot of people can't commit to 5 days, and in martial arts you have to commit to years. It's a way of life. It never ends. And that's what they need to learn. I have a vision. I had a vision. A matter of fact, when I tested for my black belt in 1989, I had to write an essay for my teacher. And my essay, if you read it today, it pretty much spells out everything that's happening in my life right now. Didn't know it at the time, but I believe it was a God-given vision that I would be able to do this. And what makes it even more special that I'm able to do it in my community. I live right down the street. My wife and I, we've been married 38 years. She's our partner in this nonprofit, which is West Atco Youth in Action. And the martial arts part of it is our primary program. This used to be our fire department. It was built back in the 50s, and it was a valuable piece of our neighborhood growing up. As a young person, this was a safe haven of the volunteer fire department. We were the first African-American volunteer fire department in Winslow Township, and which we were acknowledged for finally in 2017. So it has a lot of historic value. So special for me is because a long time ago, there was a young lady, a young teenage girl, was pregnant, and she went into labor during a major snowstorm. And back then there were no 4x4s, so nothing moved. But she was in labor, so it was either get her out of the house or she was going to have the baby in the house. So they called the fire department here, and a truck was dispatched and went and picked up this young lady at her house, drove her out to the White Horse Pike to an ambulance, and the ambulance took her into Camden, Our Lady of Lourdes Hospital, and that's where I was born. So to be able to do this now, and to be able to see this building come back to its greatness and to be a part of that, it truly doesn't get any better than that. My students here, they know if they're in the right, we go to what the mafia used to call going to the mattresses. If they're in the right, we'll do whatever we can to prove their innocence. And I want them to know that, and I believe they do. But they also, if they do something wrong, they have to acknowledge that. They have to own up to it. That's something else that people don't do normally. They always make excuses. But no, just acknowledge what you did wrong. Let's correct it and move forward.